confirmation there. The Italians just stood one shot on goal over the 90 minutes. Taking a look at what that means for the group. As I mentioned, that was Italy's first game, so they have 0 points. Norway are perfect. Look at that. Three wins out of 3, 9 points out of the available 9. Let's get some reactions, shall we, after the game from the Italian squad. Donnarumma said, "We are Italy. This sort of match is unacceptable." Kind of sets the tone. Coppola said, "Looking at the players, you cannot say Norway are a stronger squad, but you have to prove it on the pitch. Aside from the names, our first shot on goal came at the 80th minute." This is what Spalletti had to say. "I need to talk to the president about their intention, their view on the decision I make. I chose this group because I thought there was quality. But if we're so fragile that we don't keep an offside trap, we don't chase down opponents, then there is a lack of confidence. Quality isn't enough without that." I'm not quite sure why you need to speak to the president about that, but there we go. Jan, was that the... Jan, why are your eyes like that? Have you just been crying? Has it been so emotional?
Yeah, I have been emotional. Yeah, I just came back from the stadium, quick. It was a rainy day in Oslo, so I had to change my clothes.
And that was fantastic. Really need that detail.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I need a detail because I don't sit in football games like this. But having said that, I've been fortunate to play in the stadium many times. Had been part of some great wins there. But the first half against Italy, that was one of the best I've seen. And also in the second half, we came out to control it. And you said, Dan, they had the first shot on goal in the 80th minute, Italy. We had a clean sheet. And remember, this group could go down to the Italy-Norway game. And now we're 3-0 up against them. We kept a clean sheet. We know that we have players going forward in Martin Ødegaard, in Sørloth, in Erling Haaland. But today, the man of the match was Anthony Nusa. He's not had a great season. He's been injured for Leipzig, but he was unbelievable today. And Donnarumma just felt how Sommer felt in the Champions League today. So can I call him Donna Summer?
No.
Is that okay for you? No, okay.
No,
I just tried.
Yeah, that's not the demographic we're after. But thank
exactly.
Thank you very much. No.
Thanks for the try. Yeah. But it was a fantastic day. Imagine Italy and imagine those players who come from this, starting the group, playing Norway, and they had the ball. Possession was 60-40 for Italy, but we were so efficient going forward. And for this group of players, we talked about it. How can you not qualify when you have Haaland, when you have Ødegaard, when you have Sørloth scoring the goals for Atletico Madrid, and also Nusa? But today they needed this game. You know, every generation, every team need a win, a big win, and so they did today. So I think this could be a very turning point for our boys.
As much as you want to wax lyrical about Norway, Jan, what was wrong with Italy?
Well, Italy... the comments were there. They started the game off. We made it 1-0 in the 14th minute, and up to then they kept the ball. But there was no power. There were no strength, and the people around me who didn't understand a lot of football, they said, we don't know any player in their team except Donnarumma. Of course, there was a striker, Retegui, or what do we say, calling in Italy. He scored 25 goals for Atalanta this season in Serie A. So there were good players there, but they were like all the same somehow. They were all on the same level. And when they went down, and yes, Spalletti talked about the offside trap. Well, Erling Haaland never goes in offside anyway. And Sørloth took the goal very well, waited for Donnarumma to go down, then put it between his legs. So Italy... Well, we would a lot talks about the centre half not there, but it has to be said that the 20 best centre half is better than our twos, and we managed to make a clean sheet. So well done to the boys. Big respect to them. Italy was miserable, but I think it was also us being great.
To objective view now,
Well, I think the best thing I can say about Norway is also the worst thing I can say about Italy. This was easy for Norway. Easy, comfortable 3-0. Comfortable, never in doubt, never in question. And while Italy had the ball, it was all by design. Norway forced Italy into positions in which, when they could press the ball, press it together, force a turnover, first pass going forward, and you have Haaland running, and Antonio Nusa running, and Sørloth actually running in behind as well. And to the point that Diego Coppola, the defender, was making there, right? He's a defender, Italy defender, you think strong, guys that cannot be pushed around. Sorloth makes the run behind for the first goal, and his attempt at defending Sorloth was, let me nudge you out of the way. It's never going to work. So while he's talking about, hey, we're not getting goals or we're not getting shots on goal until the 80th minute, worry about your part of the game. And the part of the game for Diego Coppola is to defend and defend the runs of Sorloth and obviously Erling Haaland. And they didn't do that. Italy, to me anyways, they look slow. Predictable with the ball, but slow defensively. And no better evidence of that than the goal by Antonio Nusa. While it is well taken by Antonio Nusa, and I appreciate the change of pace and the dip of the shoulder and splitting the defenders, Italy were moving at a completely different speed than Antonio Nusa. Nusa splits a defender, and this defenders, there is no help coming from the inside. Guys are not stepping into positions where they should be. Late midfielders tracking back. Antonio Nusa splits the defender, and he finds himself basically one-on-one with Donnarumma from the top of the 18-yard box. Again, this is Italy we're talking about that traditionally should be a much better defending team. They were not defending well with Inter in Champions League, and they did not defend well today against Norway. Norway were great. Italy, horrendous.
Top of the group, by the way, automatically qualifies for the World Cup. Second goes into a playoff. Yeah, when was the last time Norway in the World Cup? It wasn't when Craig scored, was it?
Yeah, I was. 1998.
No,
we were in 94, 98, 2000. So it's 25 years. So let's hope and pray that we'll make it this time.